This episode is powered by British Gas, with Peak Save helping you get more out of Sundays.
With Peak Save, electricity is half price every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Perfect for putting the kettle on, watching the football and running big energy appliance like your washing machine or dishwasher while you relax.
Same Sunday routine, same plans. You are just making the most of half price electricity for the things that use the most energy.
And with 5 hours of cheaper electricity every Sunday, the savings start to add up.
Plus, British Gas now have a new exclusive BWSL fixed tariff for fans, players, or anyone who's part of a club, guaranteed to be cheaper than the January price cap.
So Peak Save looks after your Sundays and the BWSL tariff looks after the rest of the year. British Gas backing the BWSL on the pitch and supporting fans off it as well.
Search British Gas Peak Save to find out more.
Terms and eligibility apply. Peak Save requires a smart meter and normal standing charges apply.
Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Brightness. As you can see, we have got a very special guest today. She is our official first guest. We know we had Bestie on, Sarah, but she's basically part of the podcast. So Ellie Roebuck, everybody, warm welcome.
Hi guys.
Roebuck! You're on the podcast.
I'm really nervous for this.
Why?
Because I know what you two are like. I really know.
Oh, we're going to dig it all out here.
Where should we actually even start with Ellie, to be fair? She's both of our really good friends. She's a fellow Yorkshire girl, so we love that. I feel like with Ellie, it was one of those things like when I first met Ellie, probably the same for you, Mill. You just naturally gravitate towards people that are like you. And as soon as I heard her speak, I was like, yeah, she's going to be mine.
She's one of us.
Protecting bubble, isn't it, Yorkshire?
It is. As soon as I hear your Yorkshire accent, I'm like...
Yeah, I'm like, do you want a cup of tea? Should we have a chat? Let me get to know you. We can become friends.
It didn't take long for us, to be fair.
Before we start picking your brain and, you know, our fans and us, we want to hear all about you, your life, football. Me and Rach both feel the same. And we just want to say we think you're an amazing human. You are one of our good friends and we really appreciate you coming on. But yeah, I just wanted to say how proud I am of you for the last couple of years. And honestly, it's so, so nice to see good people having good things come to them. And it's so nice to see you doing what you do best, shot stopping, just being an unbelievable person and player. And yeah, I think we feel really lucky that you wanted to come on the pod and share all the goss.
Thanks, girls. I really appreciate it. You're just amazing friends to me. And I'm super grateful for your friendship. And I get spent every day with Rach now, which is lovely.
That is something that I love. Like, honestly, when Ellie texted me and was like, what's Villa like? I'm like, amazing. Everything is amazing every day. You know, and you go into training, you're like, you got your mate there and you just feel comfortable. And I thought, get in. Like, as soon as she signed, I just felt like, oh, it's like a bit of home coming back to you and having such a good mate there. But everyone knows how good Ellie is at football. But it's the fact that she's the most unbelievable person. And to get her into the team for me was huge. Like having someone like her in the team and being around her every day. And honestly, just seeing her get back to her best and playing with a smile on her face, because it's obviously something that you love doing and you are insanely good
You're
at.
just literally gassing me up now, aren't you, with this podcast?
It's what we do. It's what the podcast is all about, but we're only speaking the truth.
Let's let Ellie talk. Obviously, you've had a pretty decorated career so far and you're only 26. Talk us through it. Talk us through the beginning. Like, how did you get to Aston Villa from where you started from?
It's really funny, actually, you just saying that, because I never think of it like that. You just live your life for like what you're in at the minute, and you kind of probably forget what's happened in the past a little bit, and I'm probably guilty of that. Obviously, I had started my career at City and had an amazing 9-10 years there, and I loved every second of it, and that was kind of like what I called home. So for me, like, I never knew any different, and I had an amazing goalkeeper coach there who was like my second dad, and I just absolutely loved working for him. And then I kind of feel like everything happened really quickly, played quite quickly, got in the England team really early, which I was super grateful for. And you probably just take their moments for granted. I think you only really take a step back when things don't go well. I think my last year at City was pretty rough, and I think then you realise kind of what football means. You realise who your people are. You realise, like, maybe you should enjoy the good moments a little bit more than you do. And then obviously a lot of things happened. I had the stroke, and I think that whole period, like, maybe I tried to block it out, but it was quite a rough period, actually. Not quite. looking back now, obviously I'm nearly 2 years on actually in a few weeks. Probably like is the best and worst.
Yeah, baby.
Snaps for Ellie.
It's probably the best and worst thing that happened to me, because I learned a lot about myself. I think I was very much like in that football bubble of, you know, just being like consumed with it. I feel like my life now I take a lot more care with. I enjoy the moments. Like I've got an amazing family, as you both know.
Too right, girl.
I did actually have a big bear hug off your dad yesterday, which was nice.
Yeah, he's the best. He is the best.
Els, just before you move on that, just if you're comfortable talking about it, because I think it's important for people to understand is the effect that, you know, having that stroke had on you, like not only mentally but physically, like with football and without football. Because I think something that me and Rach speak about a lot is people still don't see players as like humans. We're still seen as like robots, and I think just because we don't share everything, that's not to say it's not happening.
I remember actually speaking to you two when I was in a pretty rough place with football, and a lot of people from the outside don't really see that. Like maybe they see, you know, you're on the bench, you're not in the squad, and that is life in football 100%. But I think it is really important that, you know, we are treated as humans. For me, I think when the stroke happened, like obviously it was a shock. I think a shock to everybody. It was really hard because, you know what I was like? I love training. I love doing all the stuff. And I really just felt like that independence was just ripped from me completely, you know, like wasn't allowed to train, wasn't allowed to carry shopping, wasn't allowed to walk the dog. All the things that I'd been like capable of my whole life. Scared to walk the dog, scared to be on my own. My mum and dad were doing like shifts on staying in my house, you know, and I had a 1-bedroom apartment. They were sleeping on the couch because I was just scared. And I think when something like that happens, you take away football, you know, it doesn't matter anymore. You find out what matters most. And I think definitely moving forward, that's something I've taken. I'm super grateful that I'm able to play football again, and it's the thing I love most. But for me, more importantly, spending time with friends, spending time with my boyfriend, spending time with my family, because really when that's all taken away, that's what you've got.
Yeah. Well, you are glowing in life. Let us tell you that for free.
I am.
Right at the beginning, like, was it like an instant thing? Like, I think it's important for people to maybe get a bit of an understanding of like how, not how it happened, but like how, was it signs? Was it symptoms? Was it instant?
Yeah, it was strange really, because it wasn't like the classical things that you maybe like associate with a stroke. For me, it was like quite different, you know, like I had like nausea and I just felt like off. That's only how I could describe it. Like, and it was like maybe a 6-week period where it could have happened, and we still don't know.
Well, you said the other day, didn't you, that you thought you were pregnant?
Yeah, literally, because I was just like nauseous all the time and like dizzy. And yeah, it was just a really strange period where I just felt like super distant, really off. And I was like trying to figure out what was up. And I was training at this point, like training through it. And there was kind of a tipping point. Like I remember training and traveling to Spurs away and just being like violently sick, and I couldn't stop being sick. And I was like, nah, there's definitely something wrong here. So I was the one who actually asked for the head scan, because I don't know, I just had like sixth sense that something was off. And then lo and behold, I never imagined that. But yeah, then it just kind of all spiraled. And it was like maybe a 6-week period where I was just like in and out of hospital, having tests, having everything. And it was really difficult because I couldn't tell anyone either, because I didn't know what caused it, what had happened, what the future looked like. Like I was still trying to get all the answers.
You probably were still processing it as well.
That took so long, Mills. Like honestly, that whole period, like it was just a mess. And luckily I had really good support around me, and yeah, here we are.
That must have been a massive, massive shift for you to then go on and move to Barcelona. I think obviously having the faith from them that they would take that leap of faith on someone who's had such a trauma.
It was wild, because like I'm speaking out, like I say the date is the 4th of February because that's when I got diagnosed, like I got the diagnosis. But it was a 6-week period before that, and in that whole 6 week that it could have happened and I was feeling rough, I was training every day. I did my full medical at Barcelona, so I was still like performing and, you know, being all right, but just with this cloud of knowing something wasn't right. So I would say, like, if you do have a sixth sense about anything, then it's always better to get checked than not. I think that's a really important message. But I'm really grateful for Barcelona, because I signed the pre-contract in the January and they stuck by me for that whole period of rehabbing, not really knowing what was happening. And then, yeah, as soon as I got there, that probably one of the most special like parts of my life, because I took that leap of being somewhere for 10 years and not like leaving home, being close to home, you know, and then in this whole mist of chaos, just think like, oh, I'll just move to another country and go and play for the best team. It was it was a bit wild, to be fair, as you do. But like, it was something you can't turn down, you can't say no. And I just fought for that 6 months. I didn't know if I was like, would be able to get back to a level or get back playing. I just thought, I've just got to give it everything, because even if not, like if I go for a week and I'm just absolutely abysmal, at least I've said I've done it. And that was like my
What was your
approach to it,
aim,
really.
Els, like returning obviously from something that's can be so traumatic? Like what was your mindset like returning to playing? Were you like, no, I'm definitely coming back, or were you like, you know what, I'm just going to be grateful for every day and I want to just see if I can get back?
Yeah, it was a weird process really, because I couldn't do anything for 12 weeks. That was like the restriction, you know, like that drove me insane.
Yeah.
But actually I didn't even want to do anything because I was just so scared.
How did you cope with that in itself? Because for anyone that doesn't know Ellie Roebuck, if we were on camp, Ellie would be the first one awake before sunrise. She would have done a 10-mile walk. She'd have gone up and down the beaches if we were somewhere sunny.
She'd have explored and found a new coffee shop, yeah.
Probably experienced 3 or 4 of them and come back. Like, obviously that was a way you kind of like started your day, kind of coped with everything, and that was your little thing. So having that removed, then how did you cope with like that 12 week of having everything that you wanted to do? Like,
a lot of the stuff I used to do, like looking back now, was just all distraction. Like it was all like just a mental thing where like, you know, you just so in your head that you try and distract and, you know, you do stuff. And like, I just always struggled to be present with where I was. And that's something now that I definitely don't walk 10 miles in the morning now, you know, like.
That's, mate, you should honestly be so proud of yourself, because like realizing things like that they're not easy. And also sometimes people are scared to admit that things are distractions. I honestly
100%.
think you should be so proud of the journey you've been on and what you've learned about yourself, and openly saying these things, because I think other people could take so much from this conversation and sit back and be like, shit, I do things like that. Like, and then it starts, you actually start sitting in yourself and sitting in your own presence and peace and thinking, you know what, if I take a little bit more time for myself, I can realize where I'm maybe distracting myself. So honestly, I think it's so powerful what you're doing. Yeah, I just think don't ever take it for granted, like what you've gone through, because it's
for sure.
You should be really proud.
You're such an inspiration though at just 26. Like you've actually been
literally.
No, you are. You've actually been
I don't think you realise like what you've been through and done.
When I think about like what you've actually gone through, like the stroke is how you've handled that and come through. And honestly, I think when it happened for me, it was like, I don't give a shit. Sorry, if you ever play football again, I want you to be healthy. And that was, as a friend, I was like, when I saw the news, I was like, no, like, what? Like, I just wanted to like protect you and like wrap you up in a ball of cotton wool. But I think coming back from that, I think if you talk about your like journey as a whole, like you came into the England squad at a young age. What people don't understand is that goalkeepers go through a lot. Like to get to be number one at club or country, especially country, is probably one of the hardest things to do. Being England's number one at such a young age and then getting injured and then having to sort of work your way back into that. Insanely difficult. Like, again, you probably used all those things as a distraction for that reason.
100%.
But again, alongside doing that, you were the best teammate. And that's all I ever heard from the goalkeepers, that Ellie is the best like teammate possible. Like she's unbelievable. Hard thing to do. City, you had a rough ride at the back end of your career. Getting up and getting out of that while dealing with having a stroke, moving it to another country, leaving all your family behind, leaving your home behind, leaving the club that you've grown up with behind, to then deal with rehab of all of that.
Yeah.
And then come back. Like you've honestly, it's not just one thing. Like I feel like you've gone through a hell of a lot.
Yeah, it's not being that smooth sailing, understand me.
But she's Yorkshire, and guess what we do? We just get on with it, don't we?
Get on with it.
Also achieved so much.
Yeah, like, it's mad. It's weird to think about, but I don't know, like, it is funny because I look back and you win things, you lose things, and that is football. But like for me, the things I remember are like the stupid things, like I was saying to you the other day at the Olympics when you bought a generator to make coffee.
Like, I did, didn't I? Tell the story for our listeners. Because
I was laughing when she said it to me the other day. I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that.
That bloody thing weighed about 30 kilograms in my damn case.
Kev had to pull it.
Kev had to put it in kit van because it was like...
We were in Tokyo at the Olympics and it was COVID, so it was like pretty rough time, to be fair. We weren't allowed out of our rooms, whatever.
It were awful, weren't it?
And these two were sharing a room. I was sharing with Toonie, and we had curfews and all sorts, guards on the door, and we couldn't get coffee. So these two bought a generator and this pod machine.
I downloaded Amazon Japan. I've still got the account. I don't know how to shut it down.
And these bought this generator, and obviously everyone needs coffee. So I remember sneaking to their room to get this coffee. I go in their room. It's like, honestly, Bob the Builder in there. They're rearranging furniture. Because we weren't allowed out of our rooms. And these two are just rearranging their room every 5 minutes. It's like literally what you do with your house now. Just change it.
Now it makes sense. Now I know why she said, Mill, let's turn the beds, let's face them towards each other so we can chat.
You had banners hanging down and everything.
Yorkshire, I had a Yorkshire banner, what my mum got me.
I can picture it now. I can literally picture that room now, right at the end of the corridor.
Yeah.
Honestly, sneaking out and then just sitting in the corridor with our brews. They're the memories. I don't really care about the football. Like, they were the core memories of the trip.
I think that's something that we all share in common, though. Like, whenever we talk about our careers, it's never about football. It's always about like,
it's never about the trophies. It's like, oh, remember when you did that? You nearly broke your back. Like,
yeah.
Oh, we've had some good times, haven't we?
Really good times, man. Honestly.
Right, guys, time for us to take a quick break, but we'll be back very soon with more things from Ellie Roebuck. This segment is powered by British Gas, the official energy partner of the Barclays Women's Super League.
The women's game has come a long way. Crowds, coverage and standards rising every season. But none of that exists without grassroots football. The places and the people that get you started long before anybody's watching.
British Gas supports grassroots football too, backing 312 local clubs and schools with kit and equipment.
So today we want to talk about what grassroots football really gives you and why it still matters, even as the game grows at the top.
So, Rach, come on, tell us some memories, your first memories of grassroots football. How did it start?
So I played for my local team called Killing All Nomads, which at the time my dad played for and my brother played for. And the pitches, like the pitches and everything was just at the back of my house. So it was really handy for me to go. I went up there every day and trained on my own anyway. Well, trained, kicking the ball around. But it was amazing. The club was amazing. I have such fond memories of playing there. And actually it's where I've just opened, you know, where you do the opening of the pitch.
Yeah.
The foundation.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so mine's up there now. But it took an army of people to make it happen. You know what I mean? Like you've got so many people that are volunteering. You've got people like my stepdad was groundsman, was like lining the pitches out, you know, coaching and stuff like that. And it took ages for us to get a girls team. So I was always just playing with a lads team, killing all nomads lads. And then we made a girls team and it literally was just anyone and everyone that wanted to kick a ball really. And that was a bit of a hard job trying to get girls wanting to play football back then. But yeah, amazing memories of grassroots football. What about you? Killermarsh Dynamos.
Killermarsh Dynamos, the one and only. No, I just think on that point as well, I think it's not till you get older that you reflect and you realise how many people it took to make what we had and how many people volunteered and kind of did things out of goodwill. My fondest memory is my dad after training, he always used to, like, we're right on the bottom, so it is like a bottom of Killermarsh, again, where my pitch is from the Euros, and people can walk the dogs around the edges. And I remember after training, my dad had his steel toe caps on with him being a builder, and he'd just boot the ball in the air. It's probably why I've got no brain cells today. And I'd just be there like this, like, waiting for it to come down. He'd be like, head it. And Mum would be like, Stephen, stop kicking it so high. But yeah, I just remember having fun, but I always remember everyone wanting to help. And I think that's one of the things that stands out for me being a kid is, I think that's one of my biggest learnings is everyone wanted to help. Everyone wanted to be there. Everyone wanted to help. Everyone wanted to take part.
It's like an all day thing on a weekend as well, isn't it? Like there's back-to-back games, like people that are helping out and stuff. Like where I played and stuff, where at the fields that I was talking about, it was just like a changing rooms, you know, like you open up the facility and there was no girls' change rooms. It was just like a free for all. Everyone just get changed wherever. And I went back not long ago because they have a cafe there now and it's called the Daly Brew. So they named it after me. Cool. And there's like pictures of me in there and stuff.
Look at you big time.
Got me a little coffee shop.
Not a Lioness legend or anything.
It's even people that working in there, you know, volunteering and like, it's amazing to go back and see what they do now for the kids and how much it's developed and how I think the FA are really helping with that. But when we started, I mean, there was nothing, was there? You literally show up.
Nothing. We'd have dogs coming around chasing ball and then before you know it, ball would be popped.
But
that will end the
so
training.
grateful for grassroots football. Right, Mel, so we talked about what meaningful support looks like. British Gas supports grassroots football in practical ways. In 2025, British Gas supported 312 local sports clubs and schools with things like kit, equipment and facilities. That's more than 900 clubs supported over the last 4 years.
Well, that is pretty amazing. But did you also know that they run a scheme called Coach the Future, recognising colleagues who support grassroots football? And we want to give a special mention to Rob Campbell, Whitehaven Lionesses AFC, who stepped in after seeing a lack of opportunities for girls locally. And he actually rebuilt the women's section after nearly 20 years. It's fully inclusive, so anyone can join and play, which I think is pretty spectacular. And honestly, a massive round of applause for Rob. I think, like I said, people going out of their way to make change, to improve things, massive shout out. And they now have 2 teams of 40 plus players, aged 16 to early 30s.
Big up, Rob.
I think that's, Rob, we're behind you. Congratulations, well done. Keep up the hard work. Grassroots football isn't just where players come from. It's where confidence, belonging and a love for the game are built.
That's why British Gas partners with the Barclays Women's Super League and supports the grassroots communities that underpin it.
British Gas is proud to be powering positive change through sport. Search British Gas partnerships to learn more. Was it going to Barcelona where that was your turning point, where you were like, right, I'm going to maybe appreciate the good times, life a little bit more and put myself as a priority and not just football?
100%. I would say that my year on the pitch with Barca was obviously really difficult. Like, I wasn't at the level I needed to be at, and that for me was really hard because I'd kind of earned that right to be there. And when it came, I didn't feel like I could fulfill it to my full potential, which was difficult. And, you know, I'm grateful for everything that came with that, the friendships I made and stuff. It was just one of the most unbelievable things I've ever done. Living in that city with the people, the culture, like, I loved it. It sounds really strange now, but that still feels like home, and I'm just living in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird because I formed such a bond with it. And me and Alex, we always say, like, that's somewhere we want to end up kind of living, just like for the lifestyle, and just because I felt so at peace there.
Not so you don't want to live in Birmingham for the rest of your life.
I'm really shocked at that.
What? Newsflash!
What? Newsflash!
Well, for anyone that knows me, I do like the sun. But I must say, I do really like being at Villa.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about your time at Villa so far. You've been here, what now, 6-7 months?
I'm enjoying it. The girls are great. Being back in the WSL, for me, it's obviously one of the best leagues in the world. Super competitive. Even still, my time's been up and down. You know, it's not all like sunshine and rainbows, but I feel like now I'm getting to a level where I'm quite consistent and feeling back to myself, if not better. You know, I feel stronger. I feel... I'm really happy on the pitch, and that's the main thing. I'm able to play with a bit of freedom, and I'm really enjoying that side of things. And like I say, the girls are great, training's really fun. Yeah, it's a nice environment to be in, and like, it brings other positives. You know, I'm close to my family, and that really helps.
For you, having your parents come down as much as they do, like your dad's always up and down, like, I think it's just...
Such legends, by the way.
Maybe sometimes you're like, can you lot piss off? Because you never give me a minute.
But you say that, and my mum used my house in Barcelona like an all-inclusive holiday. She was there all the time. Honestly, I saw my mum more in Spain than actually I do now. Like, she's not interested in Birmingham at all.
Good people,
she's not interested. She only wanted to go to Barcelona for the beach. And
hey, she's like you. That's where you get it from. She don't want grey skies, darling. She wants sunny sunshine.
She just wants the sun. So that's where we're at. But yeah, it's nice for my dad to... I mean, he still traipsed around watching games where I weren't even playing over the last 2 years. So now for him to be able to watch me play is really special.
They are unbelievable. I also just think what you said about... It's not all like roses and sunshines. I also think as well, like, you stop expecting perfection in life. And I think the minute you change your mindset to that, because as athletes, I think we always strive for, like, it's got to be perfect. This has to be done. This. Everything has to be perfect, and you can't have a bad day. Whereas I think like now, I pretty much live in a space where if I have a bad day, I have a bad day. Nothing's perfect. Life isn't perfect.
And look, we give everything to football. Like, we literally do.
Exactly.
Like, I can say that for both of you, you know. It's literally not sunshine and rainbows. You know, you come to the weekend and that's the one day you've got to be on it and perform. And sometimes that just doesn't happen. And week to week, that can vary so much. You know, you could be man of the match or you could be the worst player on the pitch. Yeah. And sometimes, like, you can't control that. You know, it's moments. We're talking about small moments, small margins, and you know, you do your best to be at the level that you needed to be at, and sometimes it's just not possible. And I think that's probably something I struggled to deal with early in my career. And like you say, when you get older, you learn, and I think that also gives you a little bit of freedom, and you probably play a little bit better from it as well, having that mindset.
Something a little bit lighthearted. Favourite moment on the pitch and favourite moment off the pitch to date?
I think probably my highlight in football is probably when I played my first game for Barcelona. Just because like it was such a long time and it was just such a relief to just get back on the pitch.
Yeah.
For many reasons. So probably I would say that was a real highlight.
Not a bad team to be playing for either.
Yeah. I mean, we've won so much and them moments are all like really special for sure. But for me, that just like, that sticks out for more reasons. And then in life, do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to pick one from most recently. How good was the wedding?
Oh my yes! That's what we want.
What? That was
Wasn't expecting that. That one caught me off guard.
The wedding was just unbelievable. Like, I had the best time ever.
That's been like the common feedback from all my friends, and I'm like, yes, that is exactly what I wanted
Sickest
to happen.
day ever. Robert, I've got that video of where I propped my phone up. Bestie, I don't think I've even showed you. I propped my phone up and everyone were just jumping in. I don't know who that random guy was that were doing that like hip thrusting towards the camera and like hopping in, bless him. But it's so funny. And then you and Alex are dancing.
Alex has got some moves.
He's not stopped speaking about it. Him and his suit. He's like buzzing about his suit. Honestly.
It's time to shine. He scrubbed up well. You both looked stunning. It's so nice to see you both glowing.
Yeah, I love that.
You just do one every year. Should just do a party with the same people every year.
Same day every year. Perfect.
I love that. That's made me feel really happy.
Right. This is my favourite thing to do. So every time we do an episode on the pod, I have a little part of it that's called block and delete, which you know I like to block. If you piss me off too much, I will block your number and it will be deleted. Yeah, and I've started doing that with everything in life now, and it's just the most peaceful thing ever, because I'm just like, if you've got nothing good to bring to my life and you're just taking things away, go in the bin. See ya.
100%.
So we thought we would bring that in for you, and we want to know what your block and delete would be. It could be something.
Let's give an example. So what did you say?
I said this week my block and delete is changing the damn bedding, because why can't I just throw it on the bed and I put one corner on and the other pings off.
Can I tell you a story though, actually, about bedding? Because it just happened to me yesterday. Olive just got on the bed and peed on me on the bed.
Also, let's just pause at Ellie's block and delete for a second, because
we need an introduction to the dogs.
Do you want me to get them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need an introduction episode.
Oh, look at baby Olive.
Hello, baby. Come on.
Oh, look at Olive. She's so cute.
Let me put her down. Come on,
and
baby.
how old's Olive?
5 months. They've both just gone.
What a babe.
Did they get on well?
Yeah, they love each other. At first, Johnny just ignored her for about 2 weeks. Like she didn't exist. Oh, she's here. Hello.
Oh, look.
Right, tell the story about Johnny, please.
So basically, we went for a walk. It was snowing. So I bought Johnny this onesie, and he doesn't really like wearing coats. Like, he hates it, actually. He just rolls about everywhere. So we went for a poo, and the onesie doesn't have a hole. So he took food in the onesie, inside the onesie. So we had to obviously strip him off, wipe his bum with snow and ice to get it clean. And then there's just this onesie with poo in it. And what did Alex do, Rachel?
He went, what we're going to do with this then? Johnny must have felt so relieved, because...
Was the poo not like a texture where you could just tip it out?
No, it was like crumbs.
No, but then, after that, right, fast forward the walk, we went to a coffee shop after. Ellie sits down, right? Picks up Johnny. Still got poo on his bum. All over his jumper.
He's a Frenchie, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you have to wipe a Frenchie's bum when they go to the toilet. They can't, it doesn't just come out.
It'd be like that sometimes as a pet owner.
You have to get your baby wipes. I went through no end of baby wipes with Zeus. Every day, people are like, you wipe his bum, he's not a baby. I was like, yeah, and I don't want shit on my sofa.
They just don't function very well, do you?
No, they don't. The bum doesn't drop down. It has to, anyway. So you had poo on your leg.
And we on your bedding.
And we on my bedding. So it's not been a good week for the dogs. I'm not going to lie to you.
They're just testing you. They do that sometimes. All four of these are testing me.
They test you in the worst moments, I think.
They do, where you've already got head loss.
When you're already stressed, they just come and dump on you. Anyway, I love them.
I love stories like that. Right, you block and delete.
Do you know what is really annoying? You know, you have toothpaste around your sinkhole. And every day you just have to
hate
clean
that.
it. It really annoys me and it dries.
And the big clumps as well, like if it comes out and it just
Dries
sticks.
white all the time.
My sink's black as well, so
Yeah,
it's just a
same.
nightmare. It is. That's a great
mine.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one. We've not had anything like that. It's getting me thinking outside the box.
It's only because I asked Alex to clean the bathroom tomorrow while he's off work.
Good one. Right. To end every podcast, we like to end on a positive note. And this is my favourite thing. So you've
Go
done
on.
Millie's and this is mine. So we do gratitude.
Oh, yeah, I was your gratitude, wasn't I, last week?
Last week, yeah. So we say
Yeah.
something that we've been grateful for that week.
Johnny! Look at him!
Yeah. Come on then.
Johnny!
Oh, easy.
Oh, look at him!
Good boy.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, so for example, last week mine was you. It could be a person, it could be a thing. This week I chose chickpeas.
Could be anything small. It could be a person, an object, anything.
Do you know what I'm grateful for, Rachel?
Oh,
Alan, the physio.
oh, what a legend! Another Yorkshireman.
This guy, one day I would love to be him to be my manager. Because the way he sees football, he's just like, just kick it and lump it, get it in there off, play
Get it
football
up,
in there off.
Paige.
He's like, no messing about with it round box, just get it long. He's like, you know what? Tuesdays, I don't know why, it's active recovery days, just have a day off. You only get injured training, you don't get injured not training.
Can we make a little petition for Alan for manager, please?
He would be funny, wouldn't he, Rach?
When I was training in the off season, I obviously come in the summer because I'm obviously local to the training ground. I used to come in and train in the summer, and he'd say to me, "I'm literally about to set off to do my runs. Obviously, our runs are solid." And he goes, "Hey, Rach." I'd say, "Yes, Al, what's up? I'm just about to go." He says, "No, hang on a minute. What are you doing? Why are you running? You don't need to run."
He is like that.
He's like, you're 33, 34. You just give it ball and put it in net. What are you running for?
Yeah,
I'm like, you try and tell him that. You tell
It's so
Simple
easy,
as
isn't
that,
it?
Al.
It's so easy. Football is so easy, honestly.
I rate that. Well, shout out to Al because you are Ellie's gratitude.
He's made me have some real belly laughs this week, actually. So
He is very
And that
funny.
is what you need to be doing in life,
Yeah.
laughing or crying
sure.
with laughter. That's a
with
good
laughter,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, we
that's
love
for
that.
sure.
Well, Els, we hope you've enjoyed your first time on the pod. It definitely won't be your last because we love having you on. And yeah, I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of all things Ellie, Millie and Rachel. And I know people are going to be asking us about the generator now. So Rach, we're definitely going to have to get some pictures out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, girls, what a time.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. And Millie, I'll
And
probably
I'll-
see you soon as well.
I'll see you soon because I'll be heading up your way very soon.
Can't wait.
Right, guys, thank you. And we hope you enjoyed our first official guest. We'll be back very soon and there's more guests coming your way. Bye.
Bye.